Universitat Politècnica de Catalunya, UPC, is a public institution for research and higher education in the fields of engineering, architecture, science and technology, areas characterized by the very low presence of women, a predominance of masculine culture and gender biases that end up having a negative impact on women's academic and professional careers. At the beginning of the European project GEECCO, it was stated that despite the efforts made by the UPC in recent years to increase the number of girls among students and to eliminate inequalities, the situation was still far from effective equality between women and men. We were at a university with low representation of women among students and academic staff, which was exacerbated in certain areas such as ICT and in higher categories. Meritocracy-based selection and evaluation processes that do not guarantee real equal opportunities between women and men. A predominantly male context and culture. Gender blindness in teaching and research. Decision-making bodies and positions without women or with very few women, where decision-making did not include the gender dimension. A lack of resources to train staff on gender issues. In general, a lack of involvement of the university community in gender equality, especially men and middle management. It was necessary to take advantage of the experience and efforts that have been made for so many years. It was time to give a decisive boost to gender equality. The bases of this impulse have been the institutional commitment and leadership, the organisation of gender equality within the university, which allows decentralisation, facilitates the participation and involvement of a large number of people, and promotes a balance between a top-down and a bottom-up strategy. The Horizon 2020 European project GEECCO for the development of the third Gender Equality Plan and the design of the fourth Gender Equality Plan. The involvement of many people in the community. GEECCO project, Gender Equality in Engineering through Communication and Commitment, a consortium led by the Technische Universität Wien, TUW, and made up of 4 STEM universities, 2 research funding agencies, 2 support consultancies, and a research institute to monitor and evaluate the whole project. The GEECCO project at the UPC has worked in coordination with the Equality Unit and Office and with the Vice-Rector for Equality. The main objective of the GEECCO project at the UPC has been the design and implementation of a gender equality plan, with measures covering 3 main pillars. Increase the presence of women in decision-making and include gender dimension in decision-making processes. The academic and professional career of women. Increase the visibility of women. Increase the number of female students in all areas of the UPC. Achieve gender balance in all areas and levels of the academic career, and carry out effective prevention and treatment of harassment on the grounds of sex, gender and sexual orientation. Include the gender dimension in teaching and research, including content and processes. Men and women, due to biological and social factors, sex and gender, do not have the same needs, and those of women have historically been ignored. Also, to increase quality and social relevance, and to break gender stereotypes. To achieve the objectives, work has been done on 4 fronts. Awareness and training of the community through campaigns, surveys and training. The institutional commitment, which is evident by the creation of the Vice-Rectorate for Social Responsibility and Equality, promoting actions and supporting them, providing resources for them and actively participating in them. The design and implementation of tools and resources to achieve a real and sustainable change. Different actions and projects have been promoted, a successful step forward. In decision-making, creation of the Vice-Rectorate for Social Responsibility and Equality. Gender Indicators Dashboard. Increase in the budget for gender equality. Training with the Institute of Education Sciences. Raising awareness campaigns. In the field of academic career, training with the Institute of Education Sciences. Increase in the visibility of female talent with honorary doctorates, opening lectures and different activities and communication campaigns on Twitter. UPC Women's Week. Project plus ICT Girls. A key STEAM to attract more girls. return to research program after maternity leave. Positive measures in the full professor promotion program, harassment prevention. And finally, in teaching and research with training with the Institute of Education Sciences, raising awareness campaigns, resources and support to include the gender dimension in teaching and research, web of female reference, guides, questionnaires, gender competence in degrees and master's degrees. It's too early to see the impact of all this work, but the situation has improved and, above all, the foundations have been laid for faster progress towards real and effective equality. The percentage of women has increased in many areas, including the field of ICT, which has experienced a remarkable improvement. There has been a very significant increase in the category of lecturers, the beginning of the academic career. The percentage of women in the highest category has also increased. There has been a marked improvement in the management of schools and colleges and also in the vice-rectors' positions. A lot of action has been taken and some impact has been made, but there is still a long way to go. To continue moving towards real and effective gender equality, the 4th Gender Equality Plan has been prepared with 7 strategic axes. Equality in the culture of the university, gender equality in decision-making, gender equality in the academic and professional career, attracting more female students, gender dimension in teaching and research, prevention of violence and harassment on the grounds of sex, gender, gender expression, gender identity and sexual orientation, the monitoring and impact of the Equality Plan. At UPC, we already have more than 100 people working actively towards gender equality. To make this possible, we need everyone's involvement, because gender equality is not a women's problem, it is a priority for the whole of society. And you, will you join?